So, speaking of get the fuck out of here, Lyle,
Nice.
Tesla announced it's building its 4th factory, and it's going to be in Berlin.
Yes.
Oh,
like downtown Berlin? Like
well, they only have to wipe out a little forest near their new airport, allegedly, to build this factory, which I think is kind of crazy. But
it's allegedly a monoculture forest, like a crop of pine trees.
Yeah, they're not mature, but regardless, they're going to plant trees anyways. Like
3 times as many because of
what are you going to do? Like not build a factory because you got to wait till somebody goes bankrupt?
Take over their building.
Let's put it this way: there are, according to a source of mine, allegedly there are lots of potential old factory buildings. And I don't mean old; I mean not being currently right now used factory buildings where this could be.
Yeah, but then you have to adapt your stuff to it, and he wants the machine that builds the machine, which means you have to be able to lay that product down somewhere. So
I will ever be dealing with Elon's fantasies.
Well, look at what they had to do with Fremont. Just go ahead.
Yeah, they haven't made any cars in Fremont. It's totally unworkable.
Exactly.
But this is better than Elon's initial. Elon's initial proposal was to clear cut the Black Forest, hyperloop the whole thing, and then put a factory on top of it. Yeah.
See, it can get worse. But I mean, like, look at what they're doing with the GigaFactory 3 and the original GigaFactory. It's to their spec. They don't have any weird twists and turns in the middle of anything, and I mean, I can see the appeal over what they had to deal with Fremont. They had to rehab the place. So they had to clean up the paint leak.
They had to deal with a song.
They did get it for a song, but they had to deal with twists and turns.
They got a prime piece of Bay Area real estate for like 20 cents.
Yeah, and if they could get a prime piece of real estate in Germany for the same kind of deal that they got in Fremont, they would do it in a heartbeat, I'm sure.
Yeah, because that would make up for the cost of having to
adapt. Why don't they put the Gigafactory in the middle of the Nuremberg ring?
I think somebody else.
Too much rent, Paul. Too much rent.
Right.
But in the middle, there's nothing there. The track,
Yeah.
I'm so.
Hang on, we got to pause the race. There's a delivery coming on.
Right.
So the trucks have to cross the track.
Hyperloop.
More seriously, I think the issue with this is going to be that China's not going to fund this factory like they did the China factory, or the Germany's probably not going to finance this factory. Like, wow, Evan, I got really close all of a sudden.
Yeah, my camera zoomed to auto.
It's nice.
260 million from Germany.
So the question for me is, where on the books does Tesla have the capex to build this? And I guess they'll find it or they'll make money or something. That's fine. But I think it's not unreasonable for me to go, factories don't build themselves. And I'm not sure that Tesla needs a brand new factory in Berlin right now. Like, if you're going to spend $3 billion roughly, is that the best thing that Tesla could be doing with $3 billion laying around cash?
It's $4 billion.
Well,
$4 billion.
I mean, the European factory makes sense.
Yeah,
but
like,
does it make sense now? And where in Europe would they put it?
Right.
Like
they were apparently considering the UK until Brexit, and then they dropped it. So putting it in Germany is probably a good bet for Europe as a whole. Expansion is what Tesla's after. Expansion is what the stockholders want, and this is going to further drive the growth.
Yeah, but why not put it near Hamburg or a port city or something where,
Well, I gotta believe they've weighed those things. There's got to be a reason that it's outside of Berlin.
No, I think you hit on it, Mark.
The workers.
Mm-hmm. I think you hit on it. Tesla's a growth company. And I've said before, I'm not running down the products, but Tesla's main product is its stock. And they have to keep growing. They have to keep building. And they have to be very visible about it. Or the stock plummets. People lose the excitement. Not everybody. It's not about the cars. It's about selling the company, the idea of Tesla. Maybe. That's what's weird to me about this factory. It just doesn't seem like the right...
So with the money from Germany, they only have $3.74 billion euros to go.
Elon's got that.
But the thing is, here's my question. The cost of building a factory in Germany, Berlin,
Yeah.
you take that money, how much would that buy next door in Chechnya or Poland?
From what I understand, it's like 40 minutes of commute just to get to this forest. Like assuming that there was a road that went all the way straight there, which I guess there must be because the airport's not too far.
Okay, so I don't understand how that's relevant
So
to the
it's out in
question.
it's out in
You
the
build it
States, so
next.
it should be cheaper than downtown Berlin.
No,
Well,
but
okay, but
Tony
yeah,
brings
but
up a
not-
really good point
but-
about Eastern Europe.
But it's not.
Yeah.
But not cheaper than
Latvia.
Gdynia, Poland,
exactly.
or
Yeah.
Damascus,
Yeah.
or right.
Well,
that's,
they're also going to
on the
be able.
Baltic
They're
Sea.
also going to be able to pull from the German population for design studio, for employees, for people that
Yeah,
are automotive
so
connected.
why not open a factory in Wolfsburg or where there's a lot of automotive expertise, you know?
I gotta believe they've weighed those, and it just makes more sense to put it outside of Berlin. Maybe they're getting kickbacks from the German government. Who knows?
Because the German
Or the
government's not
financial
turning their
reporters
back
are all
on
in Berlin.
Volkswagen. There's too many German manufacturers that the German government is invested in.
Now
I mean,
they've got another.
Angela Merkel gave Volkswagen a heavy tongue lashing, and that's only what we know publicly.
I just think they've weighed these things. Like Germany makes sense. Makes sense for the European Union. It's the strongest part of the European Union per se, and it makes sense to put it there. They're probably getting some sort of assistance from the German government. There was probably some bartering that went back and forth between the European nations as to who wanted Tesla. Many of them did. So I gotta believe they've picked what makes sense to them.
Yeah, I don't imagine they're doing it in a vacuum, although they're obviously not doing it as fast as China.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not doing it in a vacuum, but I just think, Berlin in Germany just seems to be one of,
It's like
in
putting
my
a
opinion,
factory in Manhattan, you know? It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
right. It seems to be awkward and expensive. And I just think that there's cheaper real estate somewhere else. And I don't believe they're doing a whole bunch of design at this place. I mean, the cars are pretty much already designed. Every time you buy an Apple product, it says designed in California, but it's manufactured somewhere else.
and again, with the amount of raw materials, you want to be close to railroads, you want to be close to ports. I don't know. There's kickbacks involved somewhere.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly. We probably won't figure that out here tonight, but it's certainly, I think it's a worthy discussion. I hope it goes forward. I hope it works out wonderfully. I hope they sell a ton of EU cars. That's what I would like to see, is success for them.